Okay, so following on from my post on Diecast Exchange, where one of the contributors asked me how I drew a scribed line around the perimeter of a piece of clear plastic that I was using to make a headlamp cover on a Model E-Type Jaguar. This is how I did it. What you need is a pair of spring-bow dividers, small tool. It's, I don't know, it's about 3 inches long. It's sprung at this end and is adjustable via this central bolt and wheel. You can set the gap next to nothing up to, I don't know, about 1.25 inches. For our purposes, I'm going to set it, I don't know, about just over 1mm. I've already had a couple of attempts at this, and it's gone okay, but unfortunately the video didn't go okay. So we'll just do it again. So what you do is, I'll do it a bit wider actually, then it might show the other line as well. You set one of the points against the edge and then simply carefully draw the instrument around the perimeter. Just take your time. I don't know if this is showing up on the video, but it's scribing a nice line. Equidistant all the way around. Let me have a look, see if that's visible. Probably not, but just to give you a better idea, I'll do it again, but this time I'll use this instrument. It's very similar to that one, except instead of having 2 points, it has a point and a pencil. This pencil's not ideal because it's chamfered at the edge for doing technical drawing circles, but it should do for the purpose of the demonstration. Again, as I said, you simply set it again. Oops, wrong way around in this case. You set it against the edge. Let me have it a bit wider. And then simply draw it around the perimeter again. I'm sort of more or less following the line of the scribed line that I did a moment ago, which is making it a bit awkward actually because it's throwing off the pencil, which is probably not quite at the same gap. I don't know if that shows it better now. See? With a bit of practice and patience, it's very easy to do. As I said on the thread on Diecast Exchange, there are 2 other similar instruments. There's all 3 of them. These 2 are from a different set. They're all by the same manufacturer, but in these 3 cases, the adjusting screw is set to one side, whereas this is more central. I actually prefer using these instruments, but there's not much to choose between them, certainly for doing this type of thing. But the beauty of these instruments is that with this one in particular, you can use it to draw very fine lines. You can either do it with a ruler. You can do that with a separate pen like that, which is designed purely for use against a ruler. It'll draw very fine lines in paint. Humbrol enamels work very well, but I'm sure it'd work equally well with Tamiya. It's just a matter of the paint having the right consistency. You don't want it too thick or it won't flow. And if it's too thin, obviously you don't get a fine line and it tends to spread out. But they're used extensively by railway modelers for lining out steam locomotives, carriages. I don't know what it's like in other countries, but certainly here in the UK, carriages, locomotives tended to have very ornate liveries with panelled lines, and this particular instrument is great for doing that. just to give you an idea, not with that, but with the pencil. I've been doing it there already, but we'll do it again. I'll make it wider. In fact, I'll do it on the back side where it's clear, just to give you an idea. One thing you need to watch out for, if you can see there, which is where I cut this piece out, it's a little bit jagged. When I get to that, it's going to throw it. So if you're making your headlamp covers, for example, you need to ensure that the edge is smooth before you start. Otherwise, it'll throw the line of the point. So we'll start with this one. We'll just go around slowly. You can see what I'm doing. It's not going to be a perfect line there because, as I've said, the edge that I'm working against isn't, and I've actually gone off there, keep missing that. Try again. There's a little lift there which is taking the point across. So as I say, you do need to ensure that the edge is perfectly smooth, and it's simple as that. Imagine that was a piece of plastic for, say, a door window, and you wanted to paint on the frame. With this you can scribe a line onto the plastic to give you the frame there and there. Say, obviously I've missed a bit there, but as you can see, that's how it's done. It's very, very simple, and certainly this is a great tool for use on upgrading model cars in terms of taking measurements and marking the position of, say, a hole for drilling, so that you get it. Say you get reproducible positions accurately. You know, it's got a lot of uses. There we go.